parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Let's Talk After Dark podcast, where anything goes and nothing's off the table. I'm Benny. With me, as always,
Mav.
Your boy Dame Diddy.
Dame Rev.
our special guest,
Travi Makem.
All right, so you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Google, Apple, Spotify, everywhere else podcasts are playing, and watch us on YouTube, where you can see Mav make funny faces.
I don't know why I said that. It just sounded cool at the time.
Oh, well,
but yeah.
He is a funny face.
But all right, let's kick it off.
Yo, let's start with the elephant in the room. We got all these balloons around this dude because, you know, his birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Benny Blanco.
Thank you.
Birthday.
I appreciate it.
Looks like it's your first birthday, huh?
Yeah. Is it?
I think.
No,
number one. I'm sorry. A little inebriated here, you know, seeing things 10 different ways.
Yeah, how does it feel to be old, man?
Feels the same. Everything still hurts.
That's good. That's all we need to know.
just more pain, more bills.
Yeah.
But we got a special guest today. What's to tell us? Who are you?
That's a way of nice introduction. I'm that guy. I go by Travi Makem. I am a up and coming local artist from Springfield 413. I've been doing music for quite some time now, probably since I was like 7. But I kind of just like kept it under the wraps for a little bit. I just wanted to like master my craft for a little bit before I kind of like threw it out there. Yeah. And now I'm kind of like I'm opening up to my music, and I'm trying to expose people, expose my music a little bit more and get people to know who I am. Yeah. I got a project coming up that I'm working on. Yeah, what else you want to know?
There's a lot to ask, but real quickly, I think, and Rev, thank goodness we got another musician on here. Like, when do you feel like you, because you said, you know, you weren't sure when you're ready for music, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you got a lot of music experience. Like, when do you, like, to tell people out there, other artists, like, when do you, like, how do you know you're ready? Pretty much, like, how did you know you were ready?
I still don't. No.
Right. No, that's real shit. That's real shit. Yeah. That's real shit because, like, every day, just to elaborate on that, because, like, every time I go in the studio, every time I record, it's my favorite track. You know what I mean? Like, it's all, that's my shit. This is it. And then I go in the studio again. This is it. So it's like, obviously to me, like, and there's always little things that I feel like I could critique. Mm-hmm. You know, so I just felt like it's not really a certain time when you never really know when it's just getting it out there. You know what I mean? And getting your best work out there.
So are you sitting on a lot of work then?
Yes.
So you said recording artists, like, so you rap and sing?
Yes.
You just make music in general to sound
and yes, and that was like that's one of the biggest thing that I felt like I was mastering, trying to figure out what lane I wanted to like put myself in, because at first when I initially started rapping or doing music, I was just rapping. That's all I was doing, just rapping. I was punchlines, battle rap. I was into that heavy. And then with, you know, the term of music and the elevation of music, it kind of turned. I started using my voice a little bit more. So and you know, the auto-tune started popping. So I kind of started using my voice a little bit more, and I didn't know whether or not if I want to sing a little bit or if I want to rap and sing on the track. Right now, it's kind of like I stopped trying to categorize my music as rapping and singing, and more of like of an alternative. Mm-hmm. That's kind of more of like where I feel like the lane that I'm going with my music is alternative music.
So I like that. Because you know what? It just reminded. I was watching Limp Bizkit. I was teaching my son about Limp Bizkit. So you know, I was showing him.
Oh yeah.
I know, but because the thing is like, what?
Why not DMX? Why not DMX?
Nah. 'Cause, like he asked what I listened to when I was growing up. So you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like I grew up around a lot of white kids and skaters. So that's what we listened to. You know, Fred Durst and everything. I'm watching the video stuff like that. I was like, yo, you know, we actually grew up. Well, I grew up watching a lot of white girls try to twerk. You know, you got all the videos. So you guys don't know. It's just me? Y'all are gonna be like, I'm fucking like nigga, who are you?
I'm everywhere.
You guys are like, okay.
You talking about twerking and Limp Bizkit?
Like, yeah, okay, anyways.
I got a lot of beer in me, man.
If I want to blow up somebody's
So, you know,
house.
I'm not gonna talk about my music selection no more on this podcast.
Probably know you're listening to Taylor Swift. I mean,
Actually, no, I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I don't like
I'm
her.
about to say you are.
I don't. I got upset when she got the keys into New York.
Oh,
That made me upset.
I didn't even know that.
she's getting
Yeah,
money,
right.
though. I ain't gonna front.
Oh no, she get money.
See, I listen to everything, and that's really just because they get just because of the type of music that I make. I just try to sample all my sounds from everything. I mean, I
Yeah.
try to pick up a little from everything. I mean, like even with Miss Mary, Matt, all dressed. I mean, just everything I try to pick up, whether it's melody, harmony, everything that I could out of any type of music, shit, gospel, whatever I could pick up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I listen to everything. There is nothing. I have no barrier on what I listen to, including Limp Bizkit.
But that's why, because you know, alternative music, like people don't understand, but alternative music, I feel is like is really like the way, right? Like being able to go between both worlds, and that's why I was bringing up with Fred. Like, you know, he was rock, but he also did some rapping too. It's
Right.
horrible, but at the same time, you know, if you
Right.
if you sit back and actually go back and look at it, it's like wow. Because now if you look at the rappers we have nowadays, like Travis, Lil Uzi Vert, stuff like that, if you listen to who they were, you got Manson, you got Nirvana, the list goes on. But pretty much a lot of nowadays, like a lot of rappers, like, you know, they tapped into that world, you know, because the skater life was also big too, because of Weezy. Let's be honest, you know. You guys
I thought it was
skateboard
because
too.
of Tony Hawk, but
Tony Hawk was great. Yo, Tony Hawk.
I mean, you got
The
Weezy,
games.
you got
The games, right?
What's the other dude's name?
Oh yeah, the games. Yeah. But did you guys?
the
I
kick push
skateboarded in real life. Did you guys skateboard in real life?
I tried it.
Yes.
I
I
tried it.
tried it.
I had a
was a
skateboard. I bust
blader.
my ass and that was it. I was
I was a
done.
blader.
Yeah, I blade.
I was a blader.
See,
did
I couldn't
that.
do that. I hated.
I bladed.
Like I always see you guys whip through and turn around and do like ballet shit. And I tried that, and I did the splits once. Hurt the groin section. I was good.
I was good. Catch me
I
at
was
the
nice
what?
on the blades, man. I go up ramps, all types of shit.
So were you one of those guys that would go to Interstate 91?
Yeah.
Just, like,
yeah.
ride around-
Hell yeah.
I was Eagle
Hell
5
yeah.
for like 10 Fridays in a row. I
can't.
Football jerseys from high school, brother. I was number 5 and front said Eagle. The girls would call me Eagle 5 and I was, hey. You know
It's
what I'm
crazy because
saying?
every time I listen to house music, that's exactly what I think.
The thing, right?
It's Interstate. Like,
You go to Interstate?
A couple times, like that's for.
That was for
Nah,
what?
I just turned the
Shit.
basement into a rink. I did it myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
you was-
Yeah,
Oh.
like cleared everything. I just went around. 'cause
Okay.
I went around and like the staircase was in the middle, so it went around.
Oh, you had a nice house.
I'm about to say the luxury.
house is this
The
big.
luxury of that.
Oh,
I didn't
wait,
have a
hold it
basement.
though, right?
Mad repetitive. This
it?
is in Springfield.
Oh, because I know
This-
the Holyoke houses are old, so they have that type of setup.
Yeah, but it was an older house. It was off of Parker.
Oh.
But the house is small, but,
You could still
in
go
the
around.
basement, yeah, you just go around. I just played my boombox. I had Tupac and just
Oh, so you made your own fucking skate. I got my own shit.
yeah, and I invite nobody.
I know,
I've
that's all I'm
always
asking.
been exclusive.
I was gonna say, yo, did you invite anybody?
Oh no, I didn't invite nobody.
He had Cascade Rib and shit.
I just built ramps and yeah.
Speaking of Eagles, though, you guys, I know, played football, high school, Central,
Definitely.
right?
No, Commerce.
Commerce. Oh,
Why are you guys making that face?
life here. You got the Eagles. Come on, man.
Yeah, nah,
I don't even
man.
want to know about your football career.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but yeah.
I'm a Red Raider, man.
Yeah. So what position you played?
I played running back, corner, punt return, receiving team, special team, any like special skill
So
position.
you're quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick. Not as quick as I was back then, but yeah,
Not as good as I
First
want.
thing that goes.
yeah.
You get older, you get
I'm
alcohol.
about 2-3
speed leads.
steps. Yeah, about 2-3 steps slower, but
Yeah.
yeah, I still got a little.
I'm pretty sure you can still beat me in a 40. So I ain't even gonna. I mean, this guy's over here getting signed for like football gigs.
Right.
Tell your story, man.
Oh yeah.
So this guy doesn't. Yeah,
I just be
GQ
looking
model over
jacked
here.
in pictures. I guess.
this GQ model.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Y'all
real
from
quick.
football contract.
Oh yeah.
What?
Heels? What
Who
you
called
got?
you?
That's not the ink ain't dry yet.
He's like, shut up. I don't want to talk about it yet.
Nah, shout outs to Shantae Albo. She'll be able to do some modeling.
From that modeling, he got the guns out, looking like he's the number one New
So
England.
that explains your Facebook pictures.
That shit's sexy.
I thought you just had like some like, oh, I'm coming
Dopest
out.
I ever look. I actually had to get like a haircut, like a real one. Like I spent like $45 on this.
God
shit.
damn.
On a
Now
haircut,
it's
where's
grown
crazy
back.
now, right?
Yeah, because
That's
COVID it went
crazy
up,
now.
right?
That's
Did
crazy.
yours go up?
Nah,
It went up.
I paid $35
Family cut my
for a
hair.
freaking
Oh,
taper.
see, I don't-
no, I find people on Instagram or have my girl do it now.
I went to a
Yeah, I went to Walmart and bought $25 fucking pair of trimmers and just cut my shit myself. Fuck that.
He said, I got limited haircuts.
Right?
Right?
Haircuts went up, man. It's when you do the beard too, because you got to do it.
Nah, they're just charging you for the beard really now.
This 10 extra,
It's like $35 a beard. I'm
That's
And
crazy.
extra for a beard just to line it up.
No, that's no bullshit.
at least, yeah.
That's no
they're
bullshit,
waxing.
bro. That's no bullshit.
Yo, when you
Plus
guys
I
so-
tip, so it's 40 plus I tip.
So do you when you guys
that.
do they do the razor with you guys when you do the beard or do you?
Yeah.
I don't like to use razor on my.
I get
on my-
bumps.
Yeah, I don't. And
not
them shits
solid.
hurt.
I get
Yeah,
like-
I
I
don't use
do
razor.
it, but I use
Yeah, you darker skinned people usually break out.
Well, he light skinned, so I don't know what to say about you.
Yeah, but I
black
got
people-
real sensitive skin. Like I don't.
You got that? Yeah, you know.
I still got I got melanin skin. Still. Yeah, it's not working for me.
Yeah.
Like I got some stuff.
This Dominican guy used to get upset with me. I had to stop going to him because I'm like, yo, you can't use the razor. And he's like, oh, well, listen, Bobby, I don't cut with the clippers, man. I don't know how to. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I just feel like when I had the razor used on me, but I feel like I get my lineup like fresher a little bit longer.
Oh yeah. The
No,
most-
it
yeah.
definitely
like,
like for the
be a
first
little
day,
longer, like,
I'm lit.
yeah. First
But
day, like, somebody
4
put that
days
shit on.
in, them bumps and right thank you. Like that shit starts. It
start
starts
itching,
burning
got a
and
little-
itching.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I got bump stopper.
What's that?
I got it at Sally's.
small one, right? The little
thing,
Yo,
yeah.
does that really work?
Yeah, if you hit it early.
Wait, so if it works for you,
Right,
but does it work for them?
yeah,
right.
it does.
Darker
I
skin.
don't know. It doesn't
brothers.
say like not for black people. It doesn't say that. Like, so, I don't know.
Works for everyone. Some niggas.
I'm Puerto Rican. It works on me. Like, that's what I know.
Oh man,
Like if you're darker than the bottle, it don't work.
bottle's white. That's all I'm saying. So let's talk about what's up with this. I keep on thinking it's Smith and Wesson, but it's what is it?
It's Salad Moolah. Salad Moolah.
That's called copyright infringement.
Yeah, we did.
Hey,
I
we
kinda
just borrowing the logos.
Yeah, what I
alright.
kind of try to do is like I kind of try to do like kind of with the like what Wayne did with the YMC.
Gotcha.
And, I just like kind of like tweaked it a little bit. This is just one of many different protege. We have different. We're working on different logos, but
So is Moolah? Is that like your
Moolah. The slogan is solid men make solid moves make solid moolah, baby, and that's what it is. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's like a superhero slogan.
You gotta need it when you get hit with that loss.
I mean, that's
Yo, if Smith and Wesson see this shit, yo, we doing something.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
Or is that?
No, it was.
Send that money
It
soon.
was. Initially, that's what
Oh,
it
so you
was.
just turned it upside down.
Yeah, we flipped it upside down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? We tweaked it a little bit.
Man, yo, I get it.
I think you
But
tweaked
yo,
it.
they sue. That shit is out there. It's eating. You know what I'm saying? They sue. We out
Coming to
here.
America,
Right.
You know, we're McDonald's. You know, they got golden arches. We got golden.
You feel me?
Dogs, yeah.
Now we're on the same
Now,
page.
same page. I got you, Playboy. You learned it.
You know?
Instead of going to arches, you got dolls and shit with hair.
You feel me? Now we're on the same page. But
That is hilarious. I love it.
I felt like the slogan is not just a slogan for my logo, but it's just my label. It's also a slogan for life. You know what I mean? Like solid men make solid moves. You know what I mean? Solid moves make solid money. And that's just what everything that my team is trying to provide. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Solid moves, baby.
that's dope. I'm sorry, but I love Benny, man. Like he brings a real. He's like, yeah, you don't need that money.
No bullshit. Yo.
So what are you working on now, though, music wise?
Right now I'm doing a little bit of everything. I'm really like I said, I got a project going that I'm working on right now. I'm in the midst of working on this project. I'm trying to drop this EP. I got a lot of shit that I was sitting on, and right now I'm just packaging it right so that I can get it to you guys the right way. I put it out on all platforms the right way. Because a lot of people, they'll drop shit in like recently I've been listening to a lot of people drop shit in and that's not to call anybody out or anything, but you hear like they don't fully have the copyrights to their shit, or they're using YouTube beats and shit like that, and I just don't want to have to go with any of those type of problems. So
everything you do
this
is
is
just
enough.
organic.
This is a big enough problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is big enough of a problem. When I'm saying that I don't want to put anything extra. You know what I'm saying, so I'm just trying to make sure that I got all my shit together and package it the right way. Like I said, it was even to come with.
Yeah, you don't want multiple lawsuits.
Right. Right. Even
one by one. Line them up.
Right. I don't need to.
The way my bank account, my lawyer works.
You feel me? You feel me? And even with like I was saying, even with my music, I was just trying to make sure everything was done the right way. When you're an up-and-coming artist, it's hard to get people to listen to you when you half-ass shit. It's hard for people to take you serious when you half-ass shit, and it's a lot of people on their shit right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of competition out right now. So, and being that I'm late, I know that I gotta come correct.
You gotta, I gotta
come correct. You feel me? So I'm just making sure that I'm getting all my ducks in a row.
Are you out of Springfield or out of Connecticut? Okay,
I am.
All right.
Born and
He looks
raised
like he's from CT.
I didn't know for the longest. I thought at first maybe CT, and then he came
Are
here.
you being judgmental?
I'm being very judgmental.
I'm judging people by areas now.
I'm just saying, there's some look CT nigga.
I'm 413. Born and raised, baby.
You look like a CT dude. I know you are.
I'm born and raised, Springfield, Massachusetts, man.
Now, do you got you playing? Does he play in league with you? Because I know you do.
Oh, he's played, like he said, before he felt he was not as fast as he once was. He was out there. He spins around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dibble and dabble still.
But you're not playing right now. Though.
Not right now.
He just don't put himself in situations where he might look older.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Now
Like,
you go out there.
They got elite tournaments and stuff. I'm gonna sit out now. If I see some of the OGs out there, that's
30 and up.
Yeah, you
you down. You know?
That's my enough because they can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you get
they not
the
fucking.
18-year-olds fresh out of high school,
I'm not.
let them have their fun.
Y'all do your thing. You know what I mean, I'm cool.
You gotta take a few more water breaks than that.
Right, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Yo, come back.
And then that's another thing too. Is like I got I'm a man. You know what I mean, and with all athletes, we have big egos. So it's like I was a star growing up. You know what I mean, like to not be the star on the team no more, and then I gotta wait my turn, or I'm too tired.
Can we talk about that though?
Like,
a lot of people don't realize
it does something to you. Like it does something to you.
That Uncle Rico, like I just throw the
it's
football over the mountains. You know?
Yeah, it does something to you.
You
Like,
out there throwing ducks, quack quack.
yeah.
Oh, what mountain?
2 plays. I'm looking for a sub. Like, you know what I mean? It does something to you. It's like, damn, should I?
Like, hey, I gotta go pee.
Question yourself on the bench. I gotta go pee. No, but shit like that really happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that really happens. It's like, yo, should I really? You start to question yourself. Like, should I even be fucking out here?
I just hope I
Should
just
even
don't
fucking be out here?
pass out on the field. Those are my
Oh
goals.
Drag him out.
Somebody call the
Your big
paramedics.
ass up.
They have to get the golf cart.
Imagine running. You think you in the end zone. You drop the ball like, whew. You 5 yard line.
I actually daydream about that the other day.
The
like,
crazy part is
touchdown.
there's been times where I'm running the ball and I get to the sideline, play happens, I get to the sideline and my teammates are cussing me out because they're like, bro, why didn't you? And I'm like, bro, I seen it just like you seen it, bro. My knees didn't work. My shits didn't work like nigga. I seen it. I seen it just like you seen. I couldn't make it, bro. I couldn't make it there. Like I seen it. I know what you seen, but I couldn't make it, bro. My knees don't work like that no more. Like I seen the cut.
Stop drinking early in the morning.
My question is, as far as like, so for your music aspect of it, what do you feel like that with your sound? Because I don't know if these guys have heard any of your music, but with your sound and what you bring with your type of style and your versatility, what do you think you can do? Obviously, as far as like different than other artists that are already out here doing their music thing. Like, what do you think your difference is compared to most? Like,
As far as local artists,
Like I mean, yeah, I can say local or
Or
anything.
let me say up and coming
Up
artists.
and coming
Up and
artists.
coming artists.
Up and coming artists sounds a little bit more better. Like, what can you provide? What do you think your sounds is different than what you're hearing out here from local artists? Because like, I can play your music, and then I'll be like, now here's some other local shit, but it's like local shit was good, but I feel like your shit hits my ears different. Like I can relate your shit almost in a category of like a baby. I can put you in a category of sometime depending on how you flow. Like you can almost fall in the same category as like a little baby or the baby, however you call it. You know what I mean, like,
I'm like, who's the little
How many
baby?
fucking babies are there?
I'm like, yo, I'm like,
the baby.
I'm over here legitimately thinking like,
I know what he
babies.
meant the whole time though.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm over.
I was like, sucked
it is
in.
a lot
Okay,
of-
you like, yo, translate for me.
I was like,
that is.
hmm.
I feel like, and that's really because, if anybody knows me, I spent a lot of time in the South. My father lives in the South, been down there since I was about 3 years old. So I spent a lot, Atlanta. Atlanta. I mean, he bounced around all over the South, but mainly in Atlanta. Yeah. And he does music. My father was also an MC, and because I was able to travel a lot and like I was telling y'all, pick up different sounds. My music, with my music, that's just something that the South is like where I feel like hip hop is like really hitting right now. You know what I mean? And I always wanted to make sure that I stayed in tune with what was popping. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, and because I've never been afraid to adapt. What's going on right now in my music is I'm just basically trying to make sure that even though I'm an up-and-coming artist and I'm a little bit older, I just want to make sure that my shit is hitting like what's popping right now. Like when I look at my competition, I don't always just look at my competition as local artists. I look at my competition as the people who are what's already popping.
Yeah.
And right now down south, a lot of down south, especially Atlanta, is where, and it's their sound is what's popping right now. So I try to make sure that when I'm making music, and that's a lot of shit that I listen to. So when I'm making music, that's kind of why you hear that. Yeah. I mean, that's where that comes from. To whereas it's weird because people up north, a lot of us people up north, especially in Springfield, we listen to that music, but we'll still make that they'll still make music for their bros, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they don't make, they're not. This is like, even though this is not the type of shit that you're listening to on your radio, but you're rapping like the typical Springfield person, you know what I mean, or what people classify as the typical Springfield person.
So you're more like try to, I hate saying this word, but kind of commercialize it where it's like, I guess it's
or step out of
commercial, bad word.
or just really just step out of the box.
It's an accurate word.
Yeah.
It is it.
I
I don't even want to say commercial anymore.
In a sense, like diversity.
Because people use commercial as a cuss word. Like they say your music's commercial if it's catchy, if it sounds good.
Correct, yeah.
They say it's
I don't
commercial
even
like
Like,
it's
good
not a good
motherfucker,
thing.
I want
that's-
people to buy it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like I know people hate saying it. That's why I said it. I don't want to.
I also don't use the term local because local automatically shuts people off. Because when you tell people you're local, they think you suck automatically.
Right.
I think they think you just suck. Like I don't tell. If I ever am promoting music, I don't say shit about Springfield.
But do you ever like?
Not because it's not an offense. It's just that if I do,
You're putting yourself in a box.
they're gonna stop listening. They're not gonna.
If you want to take over
Right, that's why I
Springfield,
didn't say-
do your thing. But if you have higher hopes, then fucking do what you gotta do, because Springfield is not the place.
Right. And that's why I didn't say local. What I said was
Up and coming.
Springfield
Up and coming.
sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I said was
yeah.
Springfield sound. Every city has their own sound.
Which is true.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep, you're right.
But what he said was when he listened to my music, he kind of relates it to more of
like the
Lil Baby, which are down south.
Down south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I was basically just trying to elaborate on the reason why is because I spent a lot of time. That's what I listen to. I mean, that's the type of music. I also listen to Tory Lanez and the drill music. And, the drill. I love the drill shit that's going on right now. That whole New York shit. I fucking love that shit. Like, you know what I mean, I love the shit. It's just not. You know what I mean, like that's not me. You know what I mean.
So
I'm more of like like I said, harmonies, melodies, and that's what you hear in a lot of down south artists. You hear a lot of melodies. You hear a lot of layers on their shit. You hear a lot of ad libs and shit. You know what I mean? that's kind of where I kind of picked that up from them. And I feel like it'll stand out more to my city because I don't sound like them, you know. Not like, yo, this motherfucker is from here. Like, you can still hear Springfield in my verses, but it like this motherfucker is. You know what I mean? Like, he's from Spring right here, but he sound like a whole different motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to give people an alternative, you know, something different.
Gotcha.
So that's how I kind of like when I'm sitting down and I'm making my music, or even when I'm picking my beats and shit. You know what I mean?
Where do you find yourself, like, in the most creative standpoint? Like, how could you say, like, you come up with your best shit, or you feel like, oh, like, this is like the best, like, this verse, I gotta use this or something? Like, how do you find yourself being the most creative, or where do you find yourself being the most creative?
Honestly, though, when I'm in my car, probably that's probably like when I'm sitting in my car, and you know, I think we all do this. All men do this. That's like our sanctuary for like the first, like when some shit pisses you off, and then you sit in your car and you kind of like, that's kind of what I do. Like when I'm taking my breaths and I'm getting pit. You know what I mean? I release them. I release it for a second. I throw my right in my car. That's probably where the most shit come out. Like throw my beats, roll my blunt. That's where the most shit come out.
Are you
It's
one
like
of
I'm blowing
those?
off steam.
Are you a writer that's more into like freestyle, or you like to actually like write down your stuff? You
It's
like
weird,
focus on
and
your
I'm
pen?
glad you asked me that because it's weird because like my hooks, like when I'm coming up with hooks, which seems to come because it's a natural for me, it comes up, it comes quick. You know what I mean? Like I could freestyle a hook with no problem, but when I'm sitting down and I'm writing my verses, I actually sit and, you know what I mean, I lock in. But the hooks come natural. Like that shit is nothing for me. Like, so
Is that because you used to battle rap?
that might have a little bit to do with it. That might have a little bit to do. But even when I was doing the battle rap, you know what I mean, like we were still writing. you had to write this. You know what I mean, we
was
still doing that. So, but I think that because, my team is full of artists who are good at freestyling. We test each other. You know what I mean, and we in practice. You know what I mean. Every artist, I feel like it's like a natural thing. When you hear a beat or something, you just start spitting some shit. You know what I mean, like so, like just practice a freestyling and shit, and that's kind of like I got good at it. But hooks is like everybody's not good at hooks. You know what I mean, some people really have to lock in and sit and try to come up with a hook. That always comes first for me for some weird reason. Like I just mastered that.
Do you find if you have a hook, it makes it easier for the rest of the song?
because
Yeah.
I've been doing
I always
it for
thought
some-
that, but I didn't know.
I like if for some, I think for artists who don't have that problem, but because I'm so used to coming up with my hook first, no, that's not the case for me. Like,
Oh, okay,
I
so-
still be having something like still be having writer's block. I still get writer's block after I have my hook down. Like, I still get it sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah, the best part for me is when I can get my verse down first, because I don't get that where I can like I hear my verse first. You know what I mean? Like you hear you automatically you don't even hear the it doesn't matter where you come up the hook with because it's gonna come out of the verse. Like that be my thing. Like
I see.
yeah, like I be fucking stuck on my fucking verses. Like shit.
I spend the most time on the first 2 bars, like on how you come in.
Real shit.
Really?
Like because that's the most memorable part of the whole song.
It's the open of your delivery.
Yeah, because that's how people are gonna shut you off if that doesn't sound good. So as soon as you drop, as soon as you open your mouth to rap, like that's people are gonna judge you the most off of that, like how you came in. So if that's not dope, they're not gonna listen to the rest of your shit. They're gonna tune you out.
That's true. You know what? It is true. So
If a song starts,
I was think about I'm thinking too like
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
was like
lame.
I was like I heard a song on Spotify. I'm like skip. Yeah, exactly.
And
Like,
that's a major
nah.
key. And that's a major key to why. And that's a major key, and that goes back to
That's
what I was
also
saying as far
copyright
as-
infringement, just so you know.
Another one.
Right, you feel me? Like that's major key. So that's why I like even with that where I feel like a lot of artists, I'm not gonna say local artists, I'm gonna say artists, they lack it or they don't.
Wait, artists from this area?
They don't take,
Are local.
yeah, they don't take that into they don't make that important or they don't make that a big thing. Like you gotta understand, like delivery. A lot of motherfuckers was making music and they're not saying shit. but the delivery is so fucking hard and catchy and snappy. That's like it make you want to listen. Even if you only catch 2 words out of the whole song, like the delivery was fire, and then they came out with a dope hook and a fire ass beat, and that made the fucking song. So my thing is like, I just tried to pick the little pieces where people slacking off. I try to make that big and enhance it so that you understand it sticks out.
So you stick out,
So it sticks out. You notice like, yo, the way he snapped on that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Like I try to just enhance it. With people, the little things that they're not taking important or they don't realize is important, I try to enhance it so that and expose it. Yeah. You know.
So who influenced you? Like, who were the artists that you really that made you want to do this?
Not just because he's my cousin, but because I've been doing music with him for so long, and I watched him elevate, and he doesn't even know how dope he really is, but he's just starting to understand. I'd have to say Macway. And
Macway.
I have to say Macway.
I was gonna bring that up. I was waiting for something how to bring that up without being him.
No, that's real shit. That's not even to be like just because he's my cousin. Like he's a fucking phenomenal fucking artist, and like people don't even know yet.
I've listened to his stuff. He's pretty.
Yeah, and I promise you, it's shit that promise you.
So he's sitting on some stuff too.
On some shit. Yeah, he's sitting on some shit. Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Shout
a
out
phenomenal
Mac,
human
man.
being. I mean, he's a phenomenal human being.
Love you, nigga.
So you were related to him too, then, right? Because Max here.
All right, Baxter, we all cousins and shit.
So are you cousins, or you just
No, we got his blood set.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, wait. Hold the fuck on, wait. Fine, finish this beer. Y'all are cousins?
Yes.
Like first cousins?
Yes, we are.
Like third, fourth.
But your cousins.
Yeah,
all right.
Solidified. It's
You and Mac look alike.
they lighter skinned. I'm dark.
Wait. Did y'all sleep in the same bed together, head to toe?
Head is
Nah.
No. See, I'm a little older.
I'll be your cousin.
Yeah.
He was not that.
No, it wasn't like that.
We shared a couple bottles and all
Yeah,
that,
you know.
what I'm saying, everything else. But nah, those is my cousins. Like I said, a sidebar from this interview, I do support these dudes a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not just because they're my cousins. If you actually seeked out and listen to their music, you see why I support them and why I be on their ass.
I'm gonna be 100% honest and have to cut you off. I didn't know anything about you till the interview, and then when I looked up, I was like, "Where the fuck this dude been?" Like, I'm not trying to hype it, but really, there's some. I'm realizing there's some really good Springfield artists out. Well, I'm gonna say, I can say Springfield, right?
You
We're
can
not
say
saying
that. No,
No,
some people
I'm
legitimately
fucking-
like that's the way they want to be viewed. Some people like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not. I'm not saying like it's a
Oh,
bad
no,
thing.
I was messing with you,
I'm
man.
just saying some people like it. I
Artists
don't.
from around this area.
I'm trying to be politically correct here, but yeah, and I'm hearing their music, and I'm just like, oh shoot, like dang. And some of it has been because I won't lie, I've listened to the first thing, and I'm like, no, I skipped it. But then I'm listening to a song, I get in the middle of it, I'm like, yo, who the hell is this? Then I go back like, oh shoot.
You know how I could tell he's dope because I haven't heard you yet.
Because all the tattoos.
I was gonna say, we're gonna talk about that neck tattoo. Man. I don't know.
Nah, it's your mind. It's like the way you approach. Because you said when you started that you took time to learn music.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. Like they don't
just go
study
into- they just
music.
start-
How do you make? Because for all intents and purposes, rap is music, right? So you have to know how to make music to make rap music sound good.
Thank you.
And that's what people don't. They skip that whole step, and they think that they can just rap on a beat and sound good. But you're boring as fuck. Like that's just the truth. Like most people out here are boring as fuck. And I'll say it, and I don't care. You can come at me.
That's why we fucking love rap,
They're
because he tells the
boring
truth.
as fuck, and
he coming at all
because
of
they
us.
haven't taken the time to actually learn how to sound. Like you actually take
That's
time
at
to
Red Dead Comedy.
come at me. Nah, yeah, you took time to learn how to you plan out the way your verse is supposed to sound first,
Right.
and you were talking about melodies and harmonies, and you think about this is how I want the song to sound. And then you fill it in with words, and that is making music. It's like it's not just you're rapping over a beat. Your voice is part of the beat.
Thank you.
It's part of the composition, and that's how I know that you know how to make records because you took time to. That's why you're like, oh, I didn't just come out right away. I sat back, I learned the game, I learned how to make records, and now I'm coming out because I feel like I could do this now. Now everybody's saying you're dope, so I 100% I believe that.
Because and to piggyback off what you're saying, it's like he's on tracks with Macway out that Mac has dropped. It's like on iTunes and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's older stuff from way back that you know what I'm saying, Mac has dropped that they have features on and tracks of his own. You know what I mean? But aside from that, it's like this guy can go. Let me see. The last time I think we were out, he was at like a speak and eat for Malay. She had one over at a spot in Agawam. Shout out Malay.
Those are dope.
And he went on stage, bro, like almost like a last minute kind of like, fuck it, I'll go on. You know what I mean? She asked him, he said no. Then he said, fuck it, I'll go. Went on, nigga. Everybody that was there were just like,
Yeah, just shut it down.
like glued, like, who the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously all the tats and shit up, but it's like, yeah, this nigga's actually saying some shit. You know what I mean? His shit was lit. Everybody at the end that was an artist and a non-artist literally walking up to him like, yo, da-da-da-da, take my information. But then it's like, you understand, like, nigga, like, where you been at? Some people like, I don't know you. Some people like, yo, nigga, what's good? Like, I thought you.
That I don't know you shit is really over because there's this artist called I forgot her name too, something Martinez, where she's big. She's as big as Billie Eilish. I never heard of this girl till yesterday, but she's been out since 2015. Oh shit! And she's multi-platinum and she has 12 million listeners. Like that shit just doesn't matter to me. Like it doesn't because somebody can be the biggest artist in the world. You don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Nowadays there's so much music.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So I don't attribute that to whether somebody is
good or not.
Is awesome. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, because you discover artists every day. And, you know, when you put your project, you say you're going to put it out, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to have a rollout. Like, you're going to put it on iTunes and Spotify. That doesn't exist anymore. But, like, Apple Music and all that stuff.
Showing our age. Showing our age.
Remember when people used to buy music?
LimeWire and shit. Still around that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
but no, that's how, you know, all these things that tell me, you know, especially, and this is good because if it happens to me, it can happen to other people, that this is how people know, like when they look at them, because you have a presence of somebody who's interesting. And that's what you have to be in entertainment.
Yeah, lawsuit.
Because you got to be interesting. You know what's funny is I didn't even notice that to y'all.
No, when I was going through his page, I was like, oh, this dude works for Smith & Wesson. I'm looking like, oh, wait. I said some moolah. I'm like, oh, maybe.
Well, who wears their work shirts to interviews?
No, I realized afterwards, but when I was first there, listen, he has to go to work after this.
Home Depot in the building.
And that's the thing. Let's go back to the logo. And that's the thing of why, like, we were sitting down. I'm like, yo, because you gotta
help you out.
Yeah, we gotta tweak it a little bit.
It was like, right, I sent it to somebody.
You gotta tweak that shit a lot of bit.
It's no different than like when you
Manny, help us out.
They have like Popeye iced out and shit on.
Yeah.
It. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
thing.
Like I said, I had got the idea from like when I seen like because trust me, I went through the thought process before I even.
Oh, it's dope. I like what you did because
I mean, like I'm looking and I'm like, okay, Young Moolah did it. Know what I'm saying? They did it. Okay, they did it. All right, well, let me see.
Just put a few extra lines on the stars right there. You good? You good? Nah,
change diamonds. You know,
put some more circles in that shit.
Who was that? Ice-T? When he took a
That's Ice, Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Oh yeah, Ice-T's the pimp guy.
He's in Law and Order.
Wasn't he a pimp first? He was a pimp.
I just don't put people.
Ice-T was a pimp. He was a gangster.
Everybody knows he was a pimp.
He was a gangster.
Yeah. I don't talk about gangster. I just like the fact he was a pimp.
Revolutionist.
Yo, if you think about it, like, yo, I think like how we're raised is kind of ass backwards because I see the most successful people are the people who started off fucked up. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And now they're like doing things that are amazing.
Like that's the Jesus disciples. They were all fucked.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, yo, why am I trying to be like Mr. Goody Two Shoe?
Who was in prison?
Yeah,
was it Judge Joe Brown or one of those?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in
Malcolm
prison. Malcolm, yeah. So I'm like, yo, you gotta start off rough, kids. Don't be good. Do dumb shit, kids.
So fucked up.
When you hit 18, just rob the bank early.
Commit crime and then
commit crime.
It's part of growing up.
Because once you fuck up, you can only do better.
Commit crime before the age of 18.
Yo, what they gonna do now,
real quickly,
man?
Speaking of kids, Massachusetts has that. I wanted to see how you guys felt about that. Mandate that the kids going
Mandatory.
back to school. Mandatory, yeah.
Which one? Oh, the school or the vaccine?
No, to go to school, to go to any public school or college, you have to get a
some
flu shot.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
About schools. Like,
How you guys feel about
flu
that?
shot.
Oh,
I mean, I get mine kind of yearly.
I don't get mine.
I don't get mine. I worked at a hospital. I ain't gonna say the name, but it's a for-profit hospital. I don't want no lawsuit, so I ain't saying nothing.
I'm not anti-vax because look at it. Like people don't have measles anymore.
But that's measles, like
Mumps.
the flu strand. This is the flu strand.
I mean, I think I've gotten it every.
But do you
So isn't
think
it like
that if we
is it gonna
never
like make you
vaxxed the-
sick when you get it first? Like is it
they're
one of those
pretty much-
vaccines that's
so
gonna make you
They're
sick?
just dead. They're the dead cells, and they just get your white blood cells to understand
But
how
the
to
thing
fight
with
it.
the flu is, do you think that like it's a question for you? Like, do you think that if they've never done it, that the flu would be worse, or do you think that it dampened the flu?
I look at.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you 100%.
Like that's
I do.
my thought process. Now I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a choice or they.
That's all I'm saying. Like I feel like
But
they should have a choice.
I
Like,
don't. Well, actually, I feel like they shouldn't. But I really don't because you're getting everybody
listen,
sick.
you went to the
But
military.
I
You
don't-
didn't have a choice.
No, I did not have a.
The military.
I got
They give you so many shots, you don't
needles.
even know what you got.
In the military, the first day you're there, there's a line.
yeah.
You take a step forward, they shoot you something, you take a step forward. They don't even tell you what it is.
No, I know.
Yeah, like don't worry about it.
It'll be all right.
Dick
All
might
of a
not work
sudden
for
you're
like 2
real
weeks,
strong.
but-
You don't know why.
Running like you never ran before.
You don't miss your family at all. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
And that's how I feel about what these injections are. I feel about all these injections are some type of something to.
That's all I'm
trigger
saying.
you
It's just
some
like
weird
it's
way.
because the thing is. So here's the thing, right? All right. We all know that they can't make enough vaccines, so you got to go to third parties, right, to get it.
Yeah.
So when you go into a third
CVS.
party,
Ah, but I
CVS,
that,
Walgreens.
you know what I mean? And that's my only thing about it.
Yes,
It's,
all
it's
right.
there's a business aspect that nobody really looks at
Yes.
that you got to understand. When you do a medicine or anything like that or anything, there's only a certain amount that one company can make that you trust.
Right.
You know, I'm be honest with you. If if Wendy's isn't open, I'm not eating fast food that night because I know what I want. You know, I don't want to go there and be pissed off. And I don't know what it is in Springfield, but every McDonald's
Never
has
frozen
only
burgers.
bilingual people working there that don't speak any English.
They fuck your
and they
order
get
up.
mad at you when you go in there and say, "Yo,"
What?
they get dumb tight.
Oh yeah,
You know,
no.
don't get me wrong. I can speak the Spanish if I have to, you know, but I ain't trying to when I'm drunk and high and I'm
I
trying to get some
understand
food
what
because I want to eat.
They're gonna be looking at you like. What
No,
did you say?
I'm saying that with the thought of it, but I understand the practice is fucked up.
But that's all I'm
get
saying.
that.
It's just
I
like
get that part.
It's just once that goes out, you're gonna have to go to a third party, and we all know the third party is China. And let's be honest with that, we've been fucking with China a little bit too much now. Like I don't know what Uncle Trump is doing up in that office, but he ain't doing a lot that I
Uncle
like.
Trump. That boy is a lost.
Yeah, you got to
cousin.
question everything that goes into your body. The thing is, just question it. If you still want it, then get it. If you don't get it.
Just like girls do dick.
They test everything on minorities. Wait, what?
There you have it. Boom. There
No,
you
but
have
they
it.
do. They do test everything. Like, okay, this is the thing. If you look at the main people who are going to be affected by any, like, let's be honest, any casualties or collateral damage, we could call it, you know, with this vaccine, it's going to be minority populated urban areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden in Chicago, you got like 8 kids,
Yeah, for
10 to
sure.
10 kids, like all of a sudden dying because the flu shot had a effect they weren't known about.
Right.
Well, of course they knew about it, but they need trials. You know, hence medicine's called the practice for a reason because you're never perfect at it.
Right.
Sorry, that's my speech on that. We could go back to talk about titties, ass, and music again.
He could only be intelligent for about 5 minutes.
That's it. That's it. After that, I feel I lose. After that, everyone's
for a
like,
minute.
unlock. Oh man, where we at for time though, B?
Yeah, it was time to wrap it up.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So real quickly, you have any idea when you're dropping anything?
Yeah,
at least
Yeah, I'm excited
give
for
you.
this.
I mean, I give you our estimate around the time. I'm trying to drop for actually this winter. I should have something stuck for you.
within 2020, or you look at 2021?
Nah, we're looking at 2020. The end, the beginning of the winter, we try to have something
dope.
solidified. But like I was saying when I first came in here, I'm working on a lot of shit. When I leave here, I gotta go talk to my man about a script that I'm actually working on. We trying to get everything. Solid productions. We trying to get.
Like, you doing like a movie or like a short?
We're gonna
film?
start off with short films.
Short films?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean, like, I ain't got no.
Okay, I gotta
We're gonna start
ask:
off with
is
short
it
films.
is it gonna be like a thug gangster type coming from the hood type
Damn,
thing?
he is judging you again.
Listen, look, okay, I gotta be honest though. I was gonna
Ask if it was a rom-com.
Honestly,
I appreciate.
He's like, look, there might be a little crack in it, but
No, I appreciate. I feel like as musicians and stuff like that, there's so much more we could, like,
You know,
talk
I think
about.
Mav wants to get
this is
shot
actually
again.
gonna be. This one's actually gonna be comedy. It's gonna be a comedy.
Comedy.
Okay,
Yeah, this
okay.
is not gonna be.
Okay, how you doing? What's up?
Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more funny. We're gonna, like I said, I'm trying to be outside, work outside the box, and apparently outside of what I look like Outside of my appearance as well.
You look like you sing R&B to me.
No, you do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did R&B.
Yeah, like a Tory Lanez.
That's
some
cool.
shit.
That's.
Yes.
I mean, I'll take that. That's
Without
cool.
shooting
That's
bitches.
what.
I'll take that. That's cool.
Without the shooting,
I take that. That's cool.
you know, at least be a man shooting where it counts, not just shooting for foot. I need you to twerk. I see Maggot drop it no more. Are you gonna have some R&B on?
Most
Are
definitely.
you gonna drop the
Most
name of the
definitely.
project here on Let's Talk exclusively?
Oh, it's in my DNA. It's in my DNA. That's the name of the project.
Exclusive.
I love that.
Is that exclusive or did Drake post it?
That's just that's exclusive.
All right.
Oh, you got it.
That's exclusive.
So say it one more time. One more time.
In my DNA, that's the name.
Yeah, I really
of the
fuck with that
project.
though.
And then when it comes out, it's totally something different.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm gonna stick with that. You know what I'm saying that's
That's a
something
dope
that
name.
That's a dope name.
Dang, Rev, you put him on the spot.
No, that was cool. I was prepared for it though. I was prepared for it. I was actually waiting for it. You know what I mean?
Alright.
I was prepared for it. You
What
know?
we do. That's a dope name though. I like it.
Appreciate it.
All right, so
Appreciate it.
All right, you got
And
any-
hopefully the music explains the title. I mean, like you get to see
It
exactly. You know what I mean? Like what I'm talking about. Because like I said, my father was a musician. This shit is. I've been doing this shit my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, as well as play football and all that extra shit.
But you also been around too. You traveled. So You know what I mean? That I think that makes a musician. When you stay in one place, you can't say you're a food lover when all you've been eating is one type of food. You know what I mean?
Right.
you have anything else you want to say to anybody?
Yeah, man, go check me out, man. SoundCloud, fucking Spotify, fucking Apple Music, Travi Makem. You heard me?
All right, everyone, this is the Let's Talk After Dark podcast where anything goes, nothing off the table. Follow us Instagram, Facebook, Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us Google, Spotify, Apple. Watch us on YouTube. Benny, follow me at Benny B Design.
So Maverick, you follow me at Unlocked Character.
Dame Diddy, follow me at Dame Diddy _413 and on Let's Talk. Tune in.
Damien Rivera, follow me at Damien Rivera Comedy.
And I guess
Travi Makem, YouTube, SoundCloud.
Make sure you watch Daddy Fuego every Monday.
Yes, and watch
Yes.
Let's Laugh every Friday, bro.
Yeah.
Stepping it up.
and we have a new show coming. We'll leave that later though.
Yeah, we got all type of shit coming. Tune in.
Something nasty.
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 But all right, we out. Peace.